What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. What's good in the hood? Wait for this to fill in. How's it going, Richard? I hope you're well. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? It's all good. Guys, everyone in the live stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Everyone here, if you can smash that like button, I would appreciate it. Let's wait for a few people to jump in, and then we'll get kicking off. Any questions? Any of you in here? Any questions? Anything to ask? Okay. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You will be watching Mayweather. Yeah, I will be watching Mayweather. It's a bit of a weird one, that one, but yeah, I will be watching for sure. It'll be I think it's on Sky Sports as well. So yeah, I'll definitely be watching that. I think it'll be a good watch. Be a nice and a good entertainment. Obviously, we're not looking at it from a competitive standpoint, but looking at it as a as entertainment, really, you know, and that's how I'll be viewing that one. You going live for it? I might go live for that one. Let's see. I might do a live for that. Let's see. It's a bit late in the morning as well, so I don't know. Let's see. I'll let you know anyway. Just waiting for a few more people to get in. It's a bit quiet today. What time is it? 7:37. There's only one in here, but yeah. Hopefully we get a few more in later on. No one on Facebook either. It's very quiet. Very quiet. It's not normally like that. Normally I have quite a few in here. Waiting for a few to get in. Yeah, so what do you guys make of the whole Canelo Oscar De La Hoya beef? It's actually escalated a little further. Canelo Alvarez has actually hit back at De La Hoya after De La Hoya saying that, you know, Canelo is ducking Charlo. He said a few other things about his game as well, but he said that he's avoiding Charlo. I don't think Canelo's the type of fighter that will be avoiding anybody. I don't think Canelo's made like that. I think Canelo's a warrior, fight anyone. But I just think the beef between Canelo and De La Hoya has got out of hand, really. I bet everyone's in the beer garden in this weather. Yes, baking outside. How's it going, Fight Gamer? I hope you're well. But yeah, the weather's unbelievable right now. What weather? It's just we've got just really hot outside, really hot. Yeah, you can't even sit in your car. It's like baking hot. But yeah, back to the Canelo stuff. Yeah, it's really sad with the Canelo De La Hoya. You know, De La Hoya made Canelo a superstar, and unfortunately, things have got sour. Yeah, Canelo's not ducking anyone. Yeah, I'd agree. Canelo, I don't think he's not. You know, he's Canelo's Canelo. He don't duck anyone, in my opinion. Canelo's a beast, and I don't think he's the type of guy that would duck anyone, and especially not Charlo. I just don't think he'd duck those guys, to be honest. I think he'd be more than happy to get in with any of them and fight them, to be honest. So yeah, I think the ducking stuff is a bit a load of nonsense, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, what's going on? All right. We've also got Pacquiao Spence. That's a great matchup as well, coming up soon. Can't wait for that one. That one's going to be incredible as well. The Pacquiao Spence one. That's a fight. That's a fight. But is Charlo and Canelo a fight that everybody wants to see? Is it a fight that we all really? To be honest, I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind seeing Canelo v Charlo. I think it's a good fight, and I would be interested. I would be interested to see Canelo Alvarez fight Charlo. I like that fight. I do like the fight. Don't get me wrong. How's it going, Danny? I hope you're well. I hope everything's good. Richard says Canelo will fight anyone, but he wants to be undisputed. That's why he's wanting the champions. Charlo and them haven't got a belt. Yeah, they have got a belt, but it's at middleweight. Yeah, they haven't got a belt at 168. So yeah, you're right. You know, Charlo hasn't got anything Canelo wants right now. But in terms of saying that Canelo is ducking, come on. Canelo fights everyone. Canelo beats up Charlo. Yeah, I do think Canelo beats Charlo. But it's a fight that I wouldn't mind seeing. Eric, tell us, how are you? Do you think De La Hoya is just trying to taunt Canelo to fight him for his comeback? Why would Canelo want to fight De La Hoya? That's dangerous, man. What, Canelo being a super middleweight fighting a guy that's a 50-year-old? No, I don't like that, to be honest. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, to be honest with you. I don't like that fight, if I'm honest. Canelo KO De La Hoya will retire him. He will retire him. Yeah, of course. He's already retired. He's coming back from retirement. So he doesn't need to retire him. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for a fight like that. To fight a 50-year-old, to fight almost a guy in his prime. That's a silly fight, really, to be honest with you. That was the kind of fight where people get hurt. You know, a young guy fighting an old man, really. How's it going? Ahmed? I hope you're well. But there's a lot of beef. There's a lot of beef between Canelo and De La Hoya right now. And hopefully, listen, you never like to see it get to that place. You never like to see it get to where it's got to, because, like I said, De La Hoya is a legend. And De La Hoya is somebody that's, paved the way for guys like Canelo, and also he's done a great job. He's done a great job with Canelo Alvarez to make him such a big star. Then all of a sudden things have just got really sour and things have got really nasty. Canelo's actually responded to him, which I'll probably do a follow-up video about. But yeah, I think it's sad to see. It's sad to see a relationship that was, seen as one of the strongest relationships in boxing, and now it's just gone all sour. Charlo is not that good as people think. He's no threat to Canelo. Fair enough. Yeah, I can hear that. I can hear that. I think Charlo is a threat, but yeah, I don't think he's as dangerous as what people. I still feel Canelo beats him, but I do think he's a challenge for Canelo. I don't think it's no threat. I think it's a threat. I don't think it's a major threat. I don't think he's like I pick Charlo to. I'm not picking Charlo to beat Canelo. No chance. But I do think that Charlo has some attributes that can cause Canelo some problems. To be honest, no one beats Canelo. He will retire with only one defeat. There's a good chance of that. There's a good chance, Danny, that no one defeats him. But how? Where is Canelo looking to push the boundaries? How far is Canelo looking to go? Is Canelo looking to go to light heavyweight and look to become undisputed there? Is Canelo going to go to cruiserweight? Who knows what Canelo's boundary like? Depends where Canelo's willing to go. Would you agree Roy Jones has the best highlights reel of all time? Yeah, he does. His highlight reels looks fantastic. Unbelievable. Fast speed, movement. Yeah, Roy Jones was something special, Is it Daniel Dubois this weekend as well? Yeah, Daniel Dubois is fighting this weekend. His comeback fight after the injury. The Joe Joyce fight. It's the comeback fight. Let's see how he looks as well. It'll be intriguing. I think a lot of people will be looking forward to seeing how Daniel Dubois looks. Guys, everyone in the live stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Everyone in the live stream, if you can smash that like button. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Daniel Dubois looks as well. I'm looking forward to that. Dubois, he's got to make a have to make a comeback, get back in people's good books again. After that defeat, how do you feel about De La Hoya v Floyd in a rematch? Both way past their prime. I think Floyd still too. I think Floyd not retired that long ago. I think he keeps himself in shape. De La Hoya is not in bad shape, but I just think De La Hoya retired a long time ago, and I just think I favor Floyd in that one. But that'd be a good fight. That'd be a good one. I don't know why they don't make that one. That'd be a good fight. I think people would be interested in that, and you got two boxers as well. Two, past their prime boxers fighting one another. I think it makes for better. It makes for a better fight than Logan Paul. Dubois with Shane McGuigan. You think it's a good move for him? I think it is. I think Shane McGuigan's a very underrated trainer. I think he's a very good trainer. If you look at the things that he's done with Carl Frampton, with Josh Taylor, with George Groves. I see Lawrence Okoli. I feel like everybody that goes to Shane McGuigan only goes in one direction, and that's up. I haven't really seen a fighter that Shane McGuigan's trained and he go take a backward step. Everyone that Shane McGuigan's trained, I feel like they've all taken the right. They've all moved in the right direction. So yeah, I definitely think it's a very good move for Daniel Dubois. I actually think Shane McGuigan and Daniel Dubois. I think he'll understand Daniel Dubois, and I think the relationship will be very good. Yeah, I think it's a good move. Ahmed, would Logan Paul beating Floyd Mayweather be the biggest upset? Then Buster, yeah, come on, that would be the biggest upset probably in sporting history. I can't think of a bigger upset in sport history than that. A YouTuber, a guy that's not even a boxer. Yeah, I know Floyd's past his prime, but yet still, beating Floyd Mayweather. Come on, that would be the biggest upset ever in sporting history. Shane McGuigan is a good match for Dubois. McGuigan's a good trainer. Yeah, he is for sure. I like McGuigan. I think he's a good trainer. Very good trainer. Big props to Amir TV. Great show. Thank you, Marco. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support, guys. It means a lot. It means a lot. Everyone in the live stream, if you can smash that like button, I'd appreciate it. Appreciate everyone in the live stream if you can smash that like button. Let's get those likes up. Let's get more people in the live stream. But yeah, keep the questions coming in, guys. Keep the questions coming in. The more questions, the better. Let's keep the questions coming in. The more, the better for the stream. But yeah. So yeah, I think let's see how Dubois gets on this weekend. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how he looks under Shane McGuigan. I'm looking forward to how their relationship between McGuigan and Dubois develops. Would it ruin Mayweather's legacy if the unthinkable happened and he lost? I don't know whether it ruins his legacy, but I definitely think it would damage it. Like ruin it. I don't know. I think he's beaten everybody he needed to beat in his time, So I don't know. And plus, it doesn't go on his record anyway. It doesn't go on his record, so it's not like it's gonna be there. It doesn't go on his record. If it goes to points, they don't even announce a winner. The only way there's a winner if someone gets knocked out, and Mayweather, I would definitely think it'd stop Logan Paul. So yeah, but if it goes the distance, then there won't be a winner according to the rules. Ahmed says Mike Tyson was a huge name though when he lost and looked invincible. Yeah, he was invincible, but I just think that the guy that he was fighting was a boxer. It's a YouTuber. This isn't even a boxer. So this would by far be the biggest upset that. Yeah, by far. Like, I can't think of a bigger one. A YouTuber beating a professional fighter. No, that'd be massive. It's very close though. Douglas was a 42-1 outsider. I'm not. I think Canelo KO's Charlo. What are your thoughts on Canelo possibly KOing Charlo? I'm not sure about KO, but I definitely think Canelo beats Charlo. I think Canelo will beat Charlo for sure. I think Canelo's more versatile. I think he's got more to his game than Charlo. So yeah, I definitely would favor Canelo in that fight. Alan Makeda says Benavidez v Zuro Ramirez. Who wins? That's a good one, man. That's a good one. They're both big. They're both strong. That's a good fight. I like that fight. You know, I like that fight. I do like that fight. I think that would be one for the fans. Yeah, I like that one. I do like it. I think that would be a great fight. Who wins? Benavidez, I say. I like Benavidez. I think he's a good fighter. But Ramirez, I like him as well. I think he's a good fighter. That's a good fight, man. That's a good fight. Ryan Lamb, how are you? Canelo wants 50, what's that? 50 Dogecoin to fight. 50, what's that? 50 million? 55, what's that? 50 million Dogecoin to fight Canelo Charlo. What's Dogecoin? Canelo wants 50 million Dogecoin to fight Charlo. I don't know. Is that a currency? What is that? Thank you. Right now, Crawford v Canelo at 154. Canelo couldn't make 154. No way. You know, if Crawford wants to fight at 154, Charlo is there. But yeah, Canelo can't make 154. No way. I want to hear some fight news from Khan, hopefully soon. Well, he is training. He is training, so who knows? Cryptocurrency. Yeah, well, he is training, Richard. So we're probably going to be hearing some news, I think. I think maybe he's got something big in the wings. Maybe he's got a Kell Brook fight. I think there's certain fights out there for Khan, like Broner. I think there's obviously the Kell Brook fight. I wouldn't mind seeing the Danny Garcia rematch. That would be a good fight. So there are fights out there for him. It just depends what direction he wants to go to. I think there's guys at the same stage of his career. I don't think he should be fighting anyone young and hungry, just because I don't know where he's at, and the guys that are younger, hungry, maybe too much. Heavyweight question: Wilder is looking better in his training, but at 35 years of age, do you think Wilder can make the adjustments at his advanced age? Well, it's a good question, Marco. Wilder is looking good in training. Wilder seems happy. Wilder seems in a good place. And I do think Wilder doesn't need to make a lot of adjustments. I think he needs to look to set up that right hand better. That's it. Set up that right hand behind the jab. And I think he may have a chance, but I think Wilder just went in the fights in a lot of his fights, just hoping that eventually he's going to land that right hand. I think against Fury's too clever and too good for you to just do that. I think you have to set up that right hand. You have to set up traps, lure Fury in, give him a feints. Feints are very important. Just like I said, suck Fury in to make a mistake and then catch him with that right hand. You've got that weapon with that right hand. You've got a huge asset. That right hand's a huge asset to Wilder, right? That right hand, right, is a massive advantage for Wilder over most fighters because he's got the kind of power to wipe you out. But he just needs to learn to set it up better against someone like Fury, especially. Let's see if he can do it. Jet says Ramirez is the better boxer and bigger. Ramirez is a good fighter. He's bigger. But I don't know. Benavidez is dangerous as well. Charlo said he's not interested in Tszyu fight. I like middle. I think that would be a good fight. I do. I think Tszyu's making a lot of waves. I like that fight. I like that Tim Tszyu fight for Charlo. I think Tim Tszyu, at the minute, Charlo probably feels that's a step back. But maybe if Tim Tszyu can get some solid, credible wins, then, that fight will become definitely a fight that people will be asking for. I just think right now maybe Charlo's a step ahead, and I think Charlo's going to become undisputed and probably move up. So I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going to get that fight. Crawford would beat Jermall Charlo. Probably, yeah, most likely. That's why I like the fight. I like that fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I think we all wouldn't mind seeing it. So yeah, hopefully they can make that fight. It's a good fight. It's a great fight. Jermall, I like Jermall. I think he's a good fighter, a very good fighter. You think Jaime Munguia is ready for Charlo? Yeah, I think that's a good fight. That's a good fight, Alan. Jaime Munguia is definitely ready. You know, he's a former world champion. He's definitely ready for a Charlo fight. You know, I think that would be Charlo's toughest fight to date. I think Jaime Munguia is very dangerous, very very dangerous. I don't think Jaime Munguia is ready for Canelo, but I think a Charlo fight makes sense for sure. A Charlo fight definitely makes sense. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Wouldn't mind seeing that at all. It'll be a good watch, that one. It'll be a good fight. Very good fight. Is he fighting Selecki? Is who fighting Selecki? Jaime Munguia. A lot of people seem to be fighting Selecki, man. Danny Jacobs fought Selecki. Andrade fought Selecki. Now Jaime Munguia is fighting Selecki. Seems like they found a guy that they think can beat. All of a sudden, everyone believes what Oscar says. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think it's. I don't think most people that know the relationship between Oscar and Canelo will be believing Oscar just because they know that obviously they haven't got a great relationship, have they? So, Oscar's obviously going to put Canelo down. BC, I heard it was cancelled. Off topic, do you watch Bollywood movies? Not really, not really. Yeah, I did back in the day when I was young. Not anymore. No. Thank you. I agree with you. Fury is too clever. He is too clever. Too clever for you to just throw wild haymakers. Marco Antoni said Oscar is hating. Yeah. Eric Teller says, do you think this whole Triller thing and YouTubers fighting boxers is helping boxing, or is it just making people go to MMA and UFC? No, I think it helps in a way because it brings more eyes to the sport. I don't think it's gonna. Why is that gonna deter the hardcore fans to disappear? The hardcore fans are still gonna be here regardless. They're hardcore fans. They're hardcore boxing fans. That's what they're there. They're hardcore boxing fans. They're always gonna be there. You know what, Richard says, what happened to Jarett Hurd? Good question. Let's get this up. Jarett Hurd was at one time seen as the best 154 pounder, and he just disappeared. Jarett disappeared, and I saw him training with Terence Crawford. I don't know if he's planning a comeback. Let's have a look at Jarett Hurd's box rec. Let's have a look at Jarett Hurd's box rec. Let's see what's going on with Jarett Hurd. Jarett Hurd last fought. So Jarett Hurd is 24-1. He's fighting. So he's fighting in June. He's fighting in June. He's fighting this weekend. Yeah, he's fighting this weekend against Luis Arias. So yeah, he's making a comeback. Last time he fought was in January of 2020. Wow, that was ages ago. It was almost a year and a half ago. He fought Julian Williams, which obviously he lost in 2019. So he's been very inactive. Hurd. Listen, I don't think any fighter is going to have been active. They're all going to be inactive during the pandemic and stuff. But yeah, Hurd looks like he's making his comeback against Luis Arias. He's only lost once. He's a credible fighter, very good fighter. And let's see where he goes. I like Jarett Hurd. He's a very big, strong 154 pounder. I'm shocked how he even makes the weight, to be honest with you. I'm surprised how someone like him makes the weight. He's too big. So Oscar is on that powder again. Oscar is on Oscar, man. I don't know what's going on with Oscar. Oscar, yeah, him and Canelo, man, that relationship has fell down. Jet says, according to his promoter, Andrzej Weleski, his fighter has decided to remove himself from their showdown for undisclosed reasons. Who are we talking about here? Who are we talking about? Jet, who are we talking about there? Okay, a lot of UFC fans are boxing fans first, yeah. But they also have their own. They also have their own following. Don't get that twisted. UFC fans have their own fan base as well. Jaswis, how are you? Saluting, man. It's Choi. How are you, Choi? I hope you're well. Finally, ESPN has Canelo #1 pound for pound, rightfully so. I don't think you can put Crawford ahead of. You couldn't put Crawford ahead of Canelo. No way. Jake Paul v Tyron Woodley. Yeah, that's been announced, has it? What do you guys make of that? Jake Paul v Tyron Woodley. What do you guys make of that fight? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you make of it? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So Ray has a question here. Lopez v Cambosis Jr. What are your views on that fight? Personally, I think that's a great fight. I think Cambosis is being overlooked in this fight. I think Cambosis is very dangerous. I liked his performance against Lee Selby. I think it was a great performance. A great performance it was. I think it was a very good performance, actually. You know, I didn't know much about Cambosis, and a lot of people thought Selby would do him, but you know, I thought he won, and I thought he won legitimately. I think Lopez is a level above Selby, and I think Lopez hits very hard. The problem I had with Cambosis, I think he's got very good skills, but I don't think he has the punch power to really trouble Lopez. Whereas I think Lopez could wipe Cambosis out with the punch power that he's got. So I'm picking Lopez by knockout. Just because I think Lopez has got good boxing ability, he's got good defense, and I like what I've seen with Lopez in training. But I think that X factor is Lopez's punching power. I think that Lopez's right hand, when that lands, you know, it could be good night Vienna. You know, we all know Lopez has really, really and it's not just the punching power, it's the explosive power that Lopez has. Lopez has explosive punching power, which I believe is going to be a problem for Cambosis. So I'm going for Lopez by knockout. But you know, I won't be surprised if Cambosis, you know, pulls off shock. Actually, I would be surprised. I don't think Cambosis wins this. I think Lopez is. I think the momentum, the moment that Lopez is in right now, I can't really see anyone beating him. A lightweight, maybe a Lomachenko rematch. But Lopez, I think Lopez and Josh Taylor is a fight at 140 that maybe be a 50-50, an epic kind of fight. I think that would be a great fight. But yeah, I think Lopez does Cambosis, but I don't think you should overlook Cambosis. I think Cambosis is a very, very credible guy. Guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Anybody that wants to come on is welcome to come on. All right. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. If you want to come on and have a chat with me, you're more than welcome. All right. I'm gonna leave this in the chat. Anybody that wants to come on, you're more than welcome to. There you go, guys. I've left the link in the chat now. If anyone wants to come on, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come on. Okay, let's answer some of your questions. I didn't know he was fighting this weekend. You didn't know who was fighting this weekend? Jarett Hurd. Yeah, Jarett Hurd is fighting this weekend, according to the box rec anyway. Rohit Gerbial says, if Manny beats, I think you're trying to say if Manny beats Spence, Manny should fight Canelo or Crawford or GGG or Tank. Wow. He can't fight Canelo. Canelo's too big. He can fight Crawford. That would be an unbelievable fight. And he probably would become undisputed if he beats Crawford as well. GGG is too big, and Tank at the minute is at 140. Maybe Pacquiao wants to go down, but I don't think he'd be interested. What does a Tank fight do for him? Ahmed says, who do you think has the best body in boxing of all time in terms of being ripped? You know what? This might be one out of blue, Ahmed, but I'd say Timothy Bradley has a good shout. Timothy Bradley has a good shout there. Bradley had a crazy physique. And you know what? His physique was almost... You know what? You know when you look at it with someone with that type of physique, you'd expect them to be a monster, like going in there and ripping guys up in half. Bradley was like almost the opposite to what his physique was. Like it was funny, like muscular, ripped guy, but you know his physique didn't match the way he fight or he fought. You know, it was funny. Jet says, "Do you think he beats the winner of Lubin v Rosario?" Yes, I do. What? Who are we talking about here? I keep forgetting who we're talking about. Do I think who beats the winner of Lubin and Viva Rosario? Are we talking Charlo? Who are we talking? Who are we talking? Jet. Jarett, you mean? I think you're talking about Hurd. Yeah, I would say I think Hurd might be too big. Hurd is massive. Hurd is too big, man. Hurd is huge. Marco Antonio says Jarett is very strong. He is very strong. He's very big as well for the weight. Junior Ruiz says Canelo Alvarez is not afraid of Charlo. The only way to settle that is to fight each other when it's going to happen. And told me the deal. I don't know when that fight is going to happen. We hope it happens. It happens in the future. I think we'd all love to see it. I think we'd all love to see that fight. It'd be a great fight. It'd be a great watch. Great watch. So it says here, Marco says, lol, Oscar having a midlife crisis at 48, wanting to come back. Yeah. I don't think he should. I think it won't be good for his health, especially against credible young guys. Richard Brown, Jarett Hurd looks like a light heavy. He does. He looks massive, man. Massive. His calves are huge. His upper body is massive. He's just a big guy. Canelo is pound for pound best. Yeah, indeed. Exactly. Cambosis is a live underdog. Yep, he is more than live. Cambosis also says the right things. Yeah, and he trains hard. Canelo will have to fight in September on the 18th. After we collect all 4 belts for the undisputed, and then after that, he's going to close. He's going to chase the AM 160 in the middleweight division, fighting in December. Let's see. I would prefer him to go to light heavy, but let's see. Marco Tiano says Oscar is just salty that Canelo left him. He can't get over it. That's being said, Canelo will be fighting Plant, and Charlo is literally fighting a McDonald's worker. Why would Canelo duck Charlo? Yeah, Charlo's not got that body of work. Canelo's got that body of work. Canelo's been putting in that work. I like Canelo, what he's been doing. He's been fighting champion after champion, undefeated champion. You can't hate on Canelo. You can't hate on Canelo. Canelo's body of work is incredible. It's incredible. You're just a hater if you're hating on Canelo's resume. Canelo's got one of the best resumes out there. Oscar is a little bitter because Oscar obviously had a great relationship with Canelo, and I actually think that relationship. I think Canelo made a few comments about Oscar's loyalty, and then Oscar just kind of let loose on Instagram. But yeah, we don't know what happened between Oscar and Canelo, so we don't know the situation. So we can't really say, whose leg to stand on, because we don't know. We don't know what the situation was. We don't know what beef is currently, what beef both of those guys have. But it seems like a serious, issue there between the two. But yeah, hopefully one day they can resolve it and sort it out, because like I said, you don't like to see greats like that, having a go at one another, because to be honest with you, I like both guys. Oscar De La Hoya is a legend. Canelo's a star. So yeah, let's hope they can sort out their differences. Richard Brown, Paul v. Woodley, an interesting one. I think Jake's too bad to say he's only boxing for a few years and got some skills. I think Jake's too bad to say he's only been boxing. Yeah, I think Jake probably beats Tyron Woodley in a boxing fight. Jay Foreman says, what did you think of Haney Linares fight? I thought Linares would give more issues. I was kind of impressed with Haney. With his chin and power looks a bit suspect though. Yeah, he's got good boxing ability, Haney. He's got good boxing ability. Linares, I don't know. I expected more as well. Wasn't really impressed with Linares. I don't think he did a lot apart from that 10th round where he landed that big shot and wobbled Haney. But then after that, I think his performance was not great either. He just kind of didn't jump on him. He had Haney hurt, and for around 11 and 12 was kind of strange because he didn't really jump on him and look to close the show, or he didn't attack him when he was hurt. I don't know. It was a bizarre kind of performance from him. I expected him to jump on him and make it a hard, rough fight from there on in, but he didn't really push. He didn't really, jump on the gas. Canelo is too big for GGG. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Do you think Hurd beats the winner of Lubin? Yeah, I do. I think Hurd beats both guys. I think Hurd is very big and strong. And I think he beats both guys. Yes, I do. I do. I think Hurd is no one to be over. I don't think you can overlook Hurd. Hurd is very strong, very big, punches hard. Yeah, I think he's a problem. I think Hurd is a problem for sure. Hurd is definitely a problem. Who do you think is going to win, Pac or Spence, and why? I don't know yet. It's a very good fight. I think you have to favor Spence. He's the younger, fresher man. But again, you can't write off Pacquiao, man. Pacquiao's a living legend, man. You can't write him off. You can't write that guy off. You just can't. He's too dangerous to write off, and he's proven us wrong so many times before for us to just write him off. I'm refusing to write Manny Pacquiao off. I think Manny Pacquiao still has a chance to, upset the apple cart, so to speak. I think he can beat. Honestly, I think he can beat. I think he can beat Spence. I do. And people may think I'm crazy saying that, but I do think so. Guys, I'm just gonna move this to place. I'm just gonna sit there, make it better viewing. My legs are feeling tired, so I just thought I'd move this over there. Sec, guys. All right, guys, let me just get this sorted. Oh, my legs feel like jelly, man. Don't know what's up. My legs feeling like jelly. Okay, let me just clean this and then we're good to go. All right, okay, so yes. Oh, okay, so let's talk some boxing. All right, okay, Flux says, who should Pac go after if he beats Spence? Who should Pac go after if he beats Spence? Who should Spence go after if he beats Pac? So if Pac beats Spence, I think the only fight out there for him is Crawford. That would be for the undisputed welterweight championship, and Pacquiao's never been undisputed. So, and I think that would be, I think that would be an icing to a great career. Just imagine if Pacquiao was to become undisputed, what that does for his legacy, where that ranks him in all-time great status. You're talking about the greatest ever, man. By the way, guys, I want to know your guys' opinion. If Pacquiao was to beat Spence and then go and just beat Crawford, would you say he's the undisputed GOAT? Would you say he's the greatest ever? Where would you rank him in history? Where would you rank him in history if he was to do that? Would you say he's the number one? So Richard Brown said Bradley and Frank Bruno. Yeah, Bruno was ripped as well. Bruno had muscles on his muscles. Bruno had muscles on his muscles. He was massive. Bruno was a beast. Like I said, he had muscles on his muscles. Right? That guy was different. That guy was different. He was a monster. Bruno was. He was a monster. Marco Antonio says Bradley looked like a bodybuilder. He sure did. He was massive, wasn't he? He sure did look like a bodybuilder. He was a huge guy for a welterweight, and he was ripped as well. He's absolutely ripped to the bone. But like I said, his physique didn't match his fighting style. That's for sure. I heard another report that the answer Anthony Joshua, if he does not defend the WBO heavyweight champion against the mandatory, or else he'll be stripped of his title by promoter Eddie within the next 30 days. Yeah. I don't think Anthony Joshua wants to get stripped, but I think he's just fed up with all the stuff about the mandatories and stuff. I just think he wants some freedom. But at the end of the day, when you're a champion, you've got to fight your mandatories, and Usyk is his mandatory. He's got to fight him or just give up the belt. Jasui says a lot of people are not giving Joshua credit. I think Joshua is the best heavyweight in the world. He got a way better resume than Fury and Wilder, and I favor him to win against Fury or Wilder. Wow. I'm not sure I favor him against Fury. I do think he's got the best resume. I do think his resume is very underrated, and I do think Joshua himself is underappreciated and underrated. I think Joshua deserves a lot more credit for what he gets. I think he's a very good fighter. Yeah, I do agree. I think we need to put more respect on Joshua's name. He's definitely a guy that deserves a lot more credit and a lot more respect than what he gets. Mitz E says Jake and Logan Paul are the new boxing stars. They definitely are stars. Even though it sounds crazy. What did you say? Jake and Logan are boxing stars. Not boxing. I'd say they're stars, but not boxing stars. You have to say that they're doing their bit. They're doing their thing now, though, aren't they? They're doing their stuff. Canelo is not going to 160. Charlo will have to go to 168. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Charlo, when he sees those numbers on that check, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be afraid to go to 168. I hope he's not. If he wants that work, I think he should. I think he should go to once. I don't think Canelo should have to go down to see him. I think you need to go. I think you should go and see the king. The king shouldn't have to come and see you. Canelo right now is the king. So yeah, guys, everyone in the live stream, there's 32 of you. If you can smash the like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you can smash that like button, guys, I'd really appreciate it. If you can smash that like button. All right, okay. So let's answer your questions. Flux. Yeah, because they're YouTubers, and the only ones interested in their fights are little kids that are 8 to 14-year-olds. No real boxing fan would say they are superstars. Yeah, they're not superstars. They're not boxing superstars, but they are superstars in whatever they do. They're YouTube superstars. You know, they are stars. You know, you can't say guys with following of 20 million aren't stars. They are stars, but they're not boxing stars. And you'd actually have to say they're a lot bigger than most of the boxers. They're bigger stars than most of the boxers, or all of the boxers, by the way. You know, they're huge stars, but obviously they're not boxing stars. Why would Wilder be good at 147? And do you think he could be? Would Wilder be good at 147? Wow, what are you saying, Ahmed? 8 to 14-year-old pay-per-view. Buy pay-per-view. Yeah, they don't buy pay-per-view. No, they listen. They're stars, man. They've got their appeal. You know, they've got their fans. You know, I think to say that they're not stars. They are stars without question. They're stars, no doubt about it. They're just not boxing stars. You know, boxing's it's a different game, isn't it? Boxing to what they do. You can't hate on Canelo. Right? You can't hate on Canelo. Aside from being a great fighter, he helps a lot of people in need with his money. For example, kids that suffer from cancer. He has a tremendous heart. Yeah. To be honest with you, when you're in a Canelo's position and you're in a fortunate position, you don't have to do things like that. But that just shows that, you know, these type of guys like Canelo, like your Pacquiaos, like Khan, even they give back. Like Khan's done it. I know Khan's done a lot of charity work. And it's well documented and well publicized as well. Canelo and Pacquiao's done a lot of charity work. It's great to hear that Canelo also does a lot of charity work. I've not myself heard about Canelo what you just said, but that's if he does that, that's unbelievable. That kind of stuff. When you've got the money that he's got, when you've got the fame that he's got, I think to give back, I think you should give back. And you should give back because you're in a very privileged position. And why not help the less fortunate? Why not help the less fortunate? It's at the end of the day, it's like a a couple of shillings, as we would say, in Canelo's pocket. Canelo, is it's like taking a bucket out of an ocean. But it's not about the fact that Canelo's so rich and him donating and stuff like that is going to be small stuff to him, small change. But it's about the heart, like you said. It's about giving back and showing that you care for people. Showing that you want to give back and you want to help people. You got to give your hats off to him. Oscar Valdez v. Shakur Stevenson. Who wins? I think Shakur Stevenson. I think Shakur Stevenson is very, very skilled, very good fighter. I think he's a problem. I think he's a problem. I think he'd probably be the best in that division, if I'm honest with you. I think he beats everyone, to be honest. Yeah, I would favor him. I would favor him to beat a lot of guys in that division, or beat everyone. I think he's very skilled, very talented. I think he's very good, and I think he's a problem for everyone. And I'm not sure many of them queuing up to fight him, if I'm honest with you. But I would like to see him get some big fights. I would like to see him. Everyone in the live stream, if you can smash that like button, I'd appreciate it. Smash that like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. Everyone in the live stream, if you can smash that like button. So Marco Antonio says, this is my take. 2 years of inactivity. This is a very tough at 42, but if anyone can do it, the only 8 division champ can. So I agree. Will not write Pac off. You cannot write Pacquiao off. You cannot write Pacquiao off. Pacquiao, for me, is one of the greatest fighters ever. You know, so you can't write Pacquiao off. You'll be crazy to write Pacquiao off. You'll be crazy to write Pacquiao off. Anyone would be crazy to write Pacquiao. Pacquiao is a legit guy. Teofimo v. Josh Taylor, what a fight. What a fight. Now, this is what you call a fight. This is what you call a super fight between two guys. You know, people say Teofimo's not undisputed. I believe he is. I believe he beat Lomachenko, who was the WBC champion, but they upgraded him to a franchise. So, yeah, I believe he is. I believe Teofimo's undisputed, but on paper, he's not. He's got to fight Devin Haney, unfortunately. So I believe he can. I believe he beats Devin Haney. To be honest with you, I think he's the best out of the bunch. So Burning Desire says, "Hey, I think Ben breakout fight will be Devin Alexander after his fight in July. Looks like they called out guys multiple different levels to see who they could get. May target Khan this way. May target Khan this way." Are you telling me the fight in July will be against Devin Alexander? Probably. Devin Alexander said to him, stay on your side of the pond. I don't know where Devin Alexander is at. Is he retired? Is he still fighting? I think Devin Alexander is still fighting. I think I've seen him training. I've seen him doing some training and, you know, and recording it. So I'd like to think maybe he's looking for a comeback. Maybe he's looking to come back. That'd be a good fight. Because in Devin Alexander's prime, Devin Alexander used to beat guys like Conor Ben up that used to come forward. He used to bash him up. He did it with Maidana. I think he beat Matisse as well. Alexander was a really good fighter. Really good fighter. I just don't know where he's at right now. Just same way with Khan. I don't know where he's at. So, again, those fights are good fights, man. Devin called out Ben and said he will fight Ben after his July fight. Oh, so Devin's got a fight in July. And after that fight, he's going to fight. He said he's looking to fight Conor Ben. Yeah, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a big step up for Conor Ben. I think if Devin Alexander's a very good fighter, very good fighter. I rate him, especially against pressure fighters. He used to in his day used to do well against them. You know, that'd be a good fight. You know, that could be a tricky fight for Conor as well. You know, because Alexander could potentially outbox him. But you know, as Alexander, yeah, look. Jet says Alexander was KO'd by Red Catch. Yeah, I know that. I seen that 2 years ago. So I don't know what has Alexander got left. That's the problem. And inactive since. Yeah, that's the problem. Alexander, we don't know what he's got left. Is he got anything left? Jet's right. Jet's made a good point that he did get. I remember that he did get KO'd by Red Catch. And you know what the worst thing is? That Devin Alexander had a granite chin. Devin Alexander had a granite chin. So if he's being KO'd by Red Catch, it shows you how washed up he is. And that was 2 years ago, and he hasn't fought since. Devin Alexander had a granite chin. Look at the punishment he took from Porter Khan. Look at the punishment that he took against even the Maidana fight. Although he outboxed Maidana, this is a guy that never early on in his career never got dropped, or Alexander was tough as nails. So the fact that he got KO'd by Red Catch, I think, shows you how far he's gone. I don't know where Alexander is, and maybe Ben might just walk through him. Who knows? If Pat beat Spence and Crawford, I would say he's the best ever. Flux says he was. What do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Yeah, guys, smash the like button. Marco Antonio saying it in the chat. Smash the like button, guys. Yeah, if he beats Crawford and Spence, is he the best ever? Guys, will you leave your thoughts? If Pacquiao beats Spence and Crawford, is he the best ever? Is he the best ever? Does he have a claim for being the best ever, or do you not think he's the best ever? What do you guys think? I will rank Pac-Man in top 5 greatest of all time if he beats Spence and Crawford, or if he beats Spence. Well, he is. Marco Antonio says the greatest ever. I started watching The Sweet Science since the 70s, so the GOAT in my eyes is Sugar Ray Leonard, but Pac-Man becomes undisputed. I would rank him in the top 10 of all time. Wow. Some people say that's a bit low for his achievements. He's also avoiding Andrade. Who's avoiding Andrade? Charlo. Charlo would. I think that's a good fight, man. I'd like to see Charlo fight Andrade. That's a very good fight. I rate Crawford big time. So if Pac-Man did become undisputed, then he has a massive case to be GOAT. Something Mayweather was reluctant to carry on doing, which is to fight your Thurman, Spence, Crawfords. Yeah. And Pacquiao's doing it. Pacquiao is doing it. He is doing it. Anyone want to debate about what? De La Hoya is salty, says Roy. Yeah, De La Hoya. He's not happy, is he? He's not happy, and he's not happy about the comments that Canelo made about his loyalty, which really peed him off. And I think he's had to get back at Canelo. Burning Desire says, would you fight Mayweather if you begin to get millions of views on YouTube? Depends. Like, I don't know, man. It could be embarrassing if he knocks you out. Just as a fantasy, Imran. With the way Wilder fights, and just fantasy, if he was shrink to 147, I think he would get beat up, because I don't think those guys at 147 are so skilled, and Wilder, with the lack of fundamentals, would be someone like Crawford or Spence would take him apart. There are plenty of Americans. Okay. This fight will kill that fantasy fight. Okay. Mitz says, where this little Floyd even fighting YouTubers disgrace how far he has fallen. Money, attention. Well, he's had his career. He's done what he needed to do. And now he just wants to make money, and you can't knock him. If he's going to get paid a lot of money to fight Logan Paul, I don't mind it, if I'm honest, because at the end of the day, he's fought everybody he needed to fight. He doesn't need to fight anybody else. So you can't really knock on him, to be honest. I just think that he's fought everybody. Yeah, some people will say, well, he should be fighting top guys and he's not fighting the best guys, but it is what it is. People are never going to be happy. So I think, like I said, let him do what he wants to do. He's retired. What do I think of Julio, Cesar, Martinez? Julio Cesar Martinez. Is that the middleweight? Oh, flyweight. Flyweight. Let me have a look at Julio Cesar Martinez. He's had 18 fights. 18 fights. Beat Jay Harris. Andrew Selby. Beat Andrew Selby. It's a good fight. No contest. Oh, yeah. I know who we're talking about now. Yes, Martinez. Yes. The guy that fought Charlie Edwards and the fight got made a no contest. Yeah, he's a very good fighter. He was battering Charlie Edwards in that fight, and I think he would have won that fight. Yeah, he's a good fighter. Richard, he's a very good fighter. I remember now, like, it wasn't coming to me, but I remember he fought Charlie Edwards, and I think he hit Charlie Edwards. I think it was on the back of the head. I can't remember what it was, but the fight got called a no contest after looking at the replay, I think. And Edwards was on the verge of being stopped in that fight. I think Martinez would have stopped him. But yeah, I think he's a very good fighter. He looked like a wrecking machine, that guy did. So yeah, who's he fighting? Yeah, since Charlie Edwards, he's won quite a few fights. Now he's fighting for the World Boxing Council world title. So he's fighting for a world title against I'd assume this would be a No, no. Hang on a minute. No, he fought for the vacant. No. He fought for the vacant World Boxing Council World. So he's the WBC champion. He's the WBC champion. He fought Christopher Rosales and stopped him. Then he got a unanimous decision against Jay Harris. Then he beat Moses Caleros, and now he's still looking for an opponent, which they're looking for. It says 6th or the 26th. So it looks like maybe 26th of June they'll be looking to fight. Yeah, so he's a good fighter for sure. He's a good fighter. Josh Taylor destroys Tio. I don't know about destroys, but I definitely think he has a good chance of winning. That's for sure. I think, Josh Taylor would have his work cut out against someone like Tio Fimo. I think Tio Fimo is a very, very good fighter, and he's got punching power. But Josh Taylor's big, and he's a big 140 as well. So that'll be a good fight, man. Be a good fight. That's one that I would definitely tune into. Burning Desire. Devin called out Ben and said he will fight Ben after his July fight. Well, let's hope so. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. It's a good fight. Good fight. Very good fight. Yeah, I'd be interested in that. I'd be interested to see that. Jay Foreman says, what chances do you give Plant against Canelo? Although I'm picking Canelo will win, Plant style can give Canelo problems. Most people Canelo have not seen any of Plant fights. I've seen Plant fight. I actually think Plant could give Canelo trouble. I just don't think he's strong enough. I don't think he's strong enough or hits hard enough to keep Canelo off. And I think Canelo's pressure may wear him down. But I do think Canelo's boxing. I think Plant has good boxing ability without sure. Tio KO's Haney. Yeah, I think there's a good possibility of that. Guys, everyone in the live stream, if you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Everyone in the live stream, if you can smash that like button. Smash that like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. Everyone in here, if you smash that like button. So he could pose some trouble for a few rounds, but I don't expect much at this point. Yeah. Devin Alexander, yeah. I don't know whether he's got the stamina. And like you said, he got knocked out by even Redcat. So I think that says where he's at. Conor Ben was mentioning Victor Ortiz and Robert Guerrero in an interview. I think they're the kind of fights he needs now. I like those fights. I think those are good fights for him. I think those make sense. I think they would be credible fights. They're obviously big names, guys that are former world champions, and I think those fights would make sense for him. Yeah. Without question. I think those are the kind of fights that you want Conor Ben to be involved in now. I like those fights. I think they're good fights for him, without question. I think they're very good fights for him. Whether he's going to get those fights, I don't know. If he beats Spence and Crawford, which I don't think he will, he would definitely has to be in the discussion for the GOAT. Yeah, without question. I'm goofy. Don't compare the undisputed champ Tio to Devin Hugs Haney. I think it's a good fight though. One that I think Tio wins, but these dudes are idiots. Shots being fired. Dom Ingle was saying in seconds out, Khan is more damaged than Kell Brook. He's been KO'd a few times, and the fight could happen still. Dom Ingle, man. Like he said, obviously he's going to say that, He's not even better than Floyd Wife. Laugh my ass off. Okay, Sonny Edwards v. Julio Cesar Martinez. That's a fight I want to see. Ooh, that's a horrible fight though. In terms of, it's a good fight, but it's a horrible fight for Sonny Edwards. That Martinez is a problem. Do you really want to win the world title? And to be honest, I think that yeah. Jump into Martinez fight. It's a tough fight, but unification fights are supposed to be tough. They're not supposed to be easy, are they? That's why they're called unification fights. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I like that fight. I think that'll be a good watch. It'll be a good fight, and I think Sonny Edwards, a boxer against But against Martinez, the brawler coming forward, wrecking machine, you know, so that'd be a good fight. Rohit Gabriel says Manny had beaten Marquez twice, and their fight was a draw, and Manny was winning the fourth fight too, but got caught and KO'd by Marquez. Would beat Spence and Crawford as easily if they'd have the. You're saying Marquez would beat Spence and Crawford easily? I'm not sure about that, if I'm honest. Unless you're saying Manny beats. I think Manny would beat Spence and Crawford in his prime. Marquez KO'd Manny bad. Yeah, he did. Conor Ben got that power and speed. Yeah, he has got power and speed. You know, he's looking good of late. Rohit says Manny had already beaten Marquez twice, and third fight was a draw, and Manny was not going to win the fourth fight too. Manny had no motivation in fourth fight because he had already won against Marquez. But all the fights were close. I wouldn't say he had no motivation. I think every fighter has motivation going into a big fight. That was obviously a big fight. Okay, in the welterweight division, no one will ever have a resume like Mayweather and Pacquiao. Yeah, those guys' resumes are unrivaled. They're unparalleled. Like, you can't get a resume like that. You can't get a resume like Mayweather and Pacquiao. Their resumes were too good. Their resumes were next level resumes. You know, different gravy resumes, man. Different gravy, different class. They were, you know. That's why they're all-time great. Rohit says, bro, Manny was going to win fourth fight, but got killed. No, but Manny was dropped in that fourth fight as well. So who knows? Who do you think would win? Jaime Munguia v. Andrade. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. I think Jaime Munguia could beat him, you know, because Jaime Munguia's pressure might be too much for Andrade. Jaime Munguia brings a lot of heat. I don't know whether Andrade will be able to cope with that heat. What's your thought? Charlo v. Montiel, that's a big cherry pick. Yeah, I think Charlo beats him quite comfortably, to be honest. In terms of it, cherry pick, I think Charlo fought Derevyanchenko, which was a good fight, and then Montiel. Listen, hopefully you can fight Charlo. I mean, hopefully you can fight Andrade next. People who say Pacquiao has lost a lot of fights forget he had like 70 fights. Yeah, man. Pacquiao's. Doesn't matter if he's lost fights. Who cares about whether he lost fights? He's won a lot of fights as well. He's entertained a lot as well. So yeah, couldn't care less if he lost a couple of fights. Canelo avoiding ducking fighters. Well, they won't bring him any more money. So the A side, simple as that. Canelo avoiding ducking fighters up. I know with all this Canelo ducking business, man. Canelo doesn't seem like a fighter that would duck to me, but you know, whatever fits your. Well, I think Canelo will fight anyone. Canelo's a warrior. I don't think Canelo ducks anyone, to be honest. But you know, people will say what they believe. They'll say what they say. I don't think Canelo's the type of fighter to duck anyone, to be honest. He's not a duck. He's not a ducking type. Not at all. Not for me, anyway. Not for me. I think Canelo doesn't get the credit that he deserves for his resume. I think his resume is unbelievable. It's a stellar resume. It's a quality resume. Thoughts on if Pac v Marquez 5 happen instead of Pac v Algieri? I think Pacquiao would have beaten him in the fifth fight. I don't think Marquez won it anymore. Marquez retired after that, didn't he? After that fight, I think he retired on top. You know, with a knockout win. There was talks of the fifth fight happening, and there was a big money being offered, but I just don't think Marquez wanted to fight again. He probably thought, he pulled it off, beating Pacquiao, and that's it. Canelo has barely got any options left. He fought all of them. He'll fight Charlo soon and Andrade because of having low options. I think he's got a lot of options. I think he's got Bivol, he's got Beterbiev, he's got Charlo, Andrade. He's got, Chris Eubank could be a potential big fight here in the UK. So I think Canelo has a lot of options. I don't get how they say Canelo is ducking, but none of them, like Charlo and Andrade Benavidez, don't fight each other because they don't want to risk their all and lose their belts, want a payday. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Finito Lopez? He's retired. One sec, guys. Yeah, Finite. It's a good fighter, but you're probably gonna ask me about where does he rank in terms of Mexican greats and stuff. Like for me, Canelo Alvarez for me is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. I don't rate anyone higher than him. I think the resume that Canelo's got is second to none. And I think a lot of these guys like Finito, Lopez, and Julio Cesar Chavez, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Marquez, Barrera, Morales, but I think Canelo's resume is taking it to another level now. I think Canelo's taking stuff to another level. So I believe he's the greatest Mexican fighter already, you know. So, yeah, I know Finito was you had one draw, and I think he was undefeated, 51 fights, right? But, yeah, I think Canelo, for me right now, is the GOAT in terms of Mexican boxing. I think he's unbelievable fighter. I think he will go down as the greatest Mexican fighter once he's done. His career's over. I don't think anyone can kind of dispute that now as well. I think, you know, his career is phenomenal. His achievements are phenomenal. Yeah, I just think that Canelo's not given the respect and credit that he deserves, to be honest. Bivol and Beterbiev overrated. I think Spence will be the most competitive fight for Canelo in the lower weight divisions. Yeah, I don't think Canelo's going to go down to those weight classes now. Luther says if Teo beat Haney and Ryan then beat Josh in 140 and move up, beat names at welterweight, that would be a great resume. If Teo beat, yeah, it would be. That would be unbelievable if he was. But again, he's got to do it. I agree with you as well. Canelo is the more complete Mexican boxer ever. Yeah, I don't think Marquez knew he'd lose. He looked good in an Alvarado fight minus the knockdown. Yeah, Alvarado was a good fighter as well. He was a warrior. It was Manny who gave Marquez a fourth chance, but Floyd give Manny even a single chance, but he was scared because Manny beat Floyd in the first fight too. Floyd just kept running away. You know, I've had a lot of people with their opinions about the Floyd and Manny fight over the years, Rohit, and a lot of people have, you know, differing opinions about that. It's unbelievable the amount of people that think Manny won that still. But yeah, each to their own. Each to their own. That's all I can say. I think it was a very boring fight. That's all how I can put it. I think it was not the greatest fight to watch. That's for sure. It was a terrible watch. Terrible watch. If Canelo v. Bivol would happen, who would you think would come out victorious? Canelo. Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, so salute, keep up the great work, unbiased with excellent insight on the sport. Thank you, OG MXBC, appreciate it. I think he had one loss, Richard. I think he had one loss. I'm not sure. I think he had one loss, one draw. I think. I'm not sure. Maypac, most expensive sparring match ever. Yeah, it was. A lot of people say that it was a sparring match. It was terrible. You know, it wasn't a great fight. We were bored. You know, it wasn't a great watch. I expected it to be a lot more fireworks than what we got. But, you know, we got what we got. And unfortunately, both guys put on the line what they... listen, I thought that Pacquiao had a great chance to win that fight. But unfortunately, the fight just didn't live up, and it was kind of like a damn squid when you had the build-up and all the years of waiting. And I think Mike Tyson summed it up. He said we waited 5 years for that, you know, and that summed it up, man. That summed it up. It was terrible. The fact that we waited so long to watch that, yeah, it wasn't great, was it? It wasn't great. You know, we were left kind of thinking to ourselves, what the hell was that? what the hell was that? You know, we expected more of a fight than that. But, you know, that's boxing at the top level sometimes, you know. You know, you expect something and it doesn't live up. Floyd is a better boxer than Pacquiao and Canelo, but both have a greater boxing career than Floyd pound for pound. You know, that's debatable. That's debatable. Definitely debatable. I'm pretty sure there'll be someone here that would be willing to debate that. But yeah, it is what it is. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Guys, I wanted to do a quick one today. I'm gonna hopefully do one maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. I'll let you know. And then hopefully I'll do live for the Logan Paul Mayweather fight. Let's do another live watch along, and that'll be great as well. Canelo, Chavez, Duran are 3 goats of Latino boxers, but when Canelo retires, will be #1 Latino. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave you to it. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll be doing hopefully another live stream very soon. I want to try getting these more frequent now. I know I didn't do one for a week. But yeah, I want to try getting these more frequent. But thanks, guys, everyone that showed up. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I've got to go. I wanted to support this great channel. Thank you, OG. Appreciate it. Your support. Yeah, I'd appreciate if you all smash the like button. Everyone in here, if you smash the like button, smash the likes on all my other videos as well. I'd appreciate your support, and all of you guys. I appreciate it. My channel has seen some growth over the last couple of weeks, or last couple of months, and it's all because of you guys, great subscribers, and I really appreciate your support, all of you. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care, all of you, and I'll definitely be doing a live stream very soon. Take care, guys, and peace out.